Hello, welcome to Holistic Soul Healer and the Intuitive Chef. I'm drinking a smoothie. This is prune juice with ice and water and mango chunks and pineapple chunks and strawberry chunks that are frozen in big bags that you can buy in Costco and places like that. It's really good. So I'm definitely going to be going to the bathroom later. Anyway, in the meantime, today we're making oven fries. Nothing like drinking a healthy smoothie and making something slightly decadent. However, we're going to make them slightly less decadent because they're going to be oven fries and not fried fries. So it takes the fried out of fries, if you know what I mean. So oven potatoes. Okay, so I've started with a pan and I parboiled these potatoes. I boiled them till they're quite soft. And then I've sliced them. So how I slice them, let me show you. Let's see if I can move this down so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so if you cut them long ways, which of course I didn't, so these are all short, squat, fat people that love them. But you can make your fries any way you like. They can be skinny, they can be fat. Just know that the oven cooking time, which is on about 350, so I preheated the oven to 350, stuck them in because I want them to cook slowly, so I don't want them to burn. I want them to get brown slowly but get cooked, you know. So I'm going to slice these evenly. Hopefully you can see this. So the slices look like this. And then I'm going to slice them again. So they end up looking actually like fries, homemade fries. And they're delicious. Kids will love them, and you won't feel like you're doing something terribly naughty. So there's many ways you can do this. You can make them vegan by just adding, you know, seasoned salt, pepper, even vegan cheese to them, or whatever you want. In our case today, we're not going to be quite so good. We're going to be a little bit naughty. So I've got my favourite Pappy's mix, which is a real garlic herb mix. I'm going to put a little bit of that on, not too much because there's a bit of pepper in there. I'm actually going to be serving my fries to a 6-year-old and 11-year-old. And as it is, every time I serve something with this in it, the 6-year-old goes, oh, I got pepper in my mouth. I've got pepper. It's cute. Anyway, it's a kid thing. So I'm going to sprinkle it with this. I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil, and I'm doing it right on the cutting board because I'm going to wash it. And that way I can get it evenly distributed. So I'm sprinkling some olive oil on these so that they're all covered. And then I've got some Italian seasoning. These are dried herbs, but if you've got fresh ones, that'd be even better. I just don't have them here at the moment. So this is me cooking on the fly. So here's the herbs, and I'm going to sprinkle that on. Make sure it gets all over and cover them and move them around so that they're covered in oil and spices. And then I'm going to put some garlic salt. You could do seasoned salt, garlic salt, whatever salt you fancy, but it's quite nice to do flavoured salt. And nowadays you can even get this apple smoked oak wood, whatever it is, salt. That's really fun, I think. Well, it's just me. But you can try different things to see what you like, what you don't like. So you could do several batches. You can have different flavoured fries, and it makes kind of a nice appetizer. So I'm going to put some garlic salt on here. And then just as a last kind of like, woohoo, right? I'm kind of greasy now from the olive oil. So I'm going to dry my hands here. I'm going to go and get some Parmesan cheese. I've got some shredded Parmesan because this is not vegan. So where are you? You're here. You could make these sweet fries too if you wanted to do cinnamon sugar, but you could also do them for Thanksgiving. You could do this exact thing. You definitely have to parboil them first because they make much, much better fries. So they're soft and then they get crispier too. So parboil them if you want them really crispy, like the kind of fries that you get in supermarkets and places, if you like the kind of fries you get in most restaurants. They're frozen. You can freeze these. You can season them and freeze them in a baggie, and then you can take them out when you're ready and just throw them straight in the oven. You don't even have to defrost them because you don't defrost your normal fries from the stores. And this is actually, I think, a kind of a healthier and sometimes less expensive way of eating, because potatoes, if they're cut into fries, they'll make quite a lot. I mean, this is only really the equivalent of 2, 3 potatoes tops, And look how many fries I got out of that. That's going to feed 2 small children and maybe 1 great big person. Depending on how hungry you are, of course. So I'm going to put some Parmesan cheese on here. So these are going to be garlic Parmesan fries. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Love this stuff. Very fun. And they look gorgeous. Can you see that? Let's bring you closer. Close up for the fries. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put them on a baking tray. I've got a disposable one because I'm actually going to a friend, and I'm going to cook some of this at her house too, for her and her family. And we've got some people coming over on Sunday to do an angel reading evening, because that's the other thing I do. I do angel cards and I read energy fields in people, and I can tell you what's going on with you if you're interested. But we put these on a baking tray, put them with the parchment paper and olive oil, make sure they're spread out so that the fries aren't sitting on one another, because they won't get cooked otherwise. And then we're going to cook them, and they're going to turn really golden brown, and I should have a batch in the oven. So let's see how they're doing. So I'm going to get these all ready. And ready to go, baby. Ready to go, baby. Baby. I've got loads of healing stories for you. Here's what I suggest. Rather than me tell them to you, because it's difficult to do that and cook at the same time, have a look at my website. I've written some books on some of the amazing stories that have happened. There's The Intuitive Chef on Wix.com, and there's also Holistic Soul Healer, and they're both hooked up. So I've got recipes I'll be happy to send you, and there's healing stories with books all written on Amazon.com. So if you're interested in finding out more about what I can share with you, go check it out. The books are really not expensive either. Anyway, back to the food. So all I have to clean actually is the cutting board and the knife. So I like that too. Very easy. I'm not big on cleaning really. So I'm just going to make sure that this is covered. More Parmesan, cheesy fries in my case, but you could take the cheese off and then you've got a vegan delight. Some garlic salt, and a little bit more of this herb. I'm not going to use too much of the pappies because it's got a lot of pepper in it, so I'm going to use some sprinkling of herbs so that there's just enough. And then I'm going to make sure that all the fries are all standing on their own, little soldiers on their own, little sweet soldiers like our military. God bless you guys for going out there and doing what you do, even if you don't always get the appreciation you deserve. And I'm sorry, because we all deserve appreciation, especially if we're going out there in service and putting our lives on the line every day, right? So let's have a big shout out and a hurrah for all those people that are going the extra mile for us. Thank you and bless you. Mwah. Really appreciate it. So let's have a look at these oven fries, and then I'll cut you loose and let you go so that you don't get bored with looking at me. Hang on. Oh, I don't have an oven glove, which is really awful because I could easily get burnt with this because it's damp. Highly recommend that you have oven gloves, but in my case I don't. What am I going to do? Okay. Not my kitchen, not my house, not my life really. Okay, wow, look at these. They're cunning. So I've got 2 hungry children coming back, and these are just about ready. This is fabulous. So what I'm going to do is I'll take these out. Can you see they're getting browner? I'm going to put them in for a bit longer because the kids don't come home for about an hour. I'm happy for them to have really brown oven fries. Get them as crunchy as you want. But remember, they're going to be soft because you've already parboiled them. So you don't have to have them very brown if you prefer that. In my case, I do. I like them brown. Okay, so there's the oven fries. Easy snacks, easy additives to the meals. Here's to you. Bless you. Mwah. And I'll see you next time. Take care.